Yeah, the framing looks good. They're framed up. They've done their part. They look fantastic.
Better than we do.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's bring them on here. Once again, we are joined by a pair of people. I think this might be a Sobeys and Safeway Liquor first when we have virtual guests. And again, I apologize for the mispronunciation. Dalen Landis of Grain Bin Brewing?
Yeah, it's Dalen.
Yes, Dalen. Thank you. And Kate Connors as well.
Dalen.
She did the art on all of these cans from Grain Bin Brewing. It is your drink of the week, not beer of the week, locally crafted. It's $14.99 for a 4-pack of the Blackberry Reverie. Reverie.
Yes.
That'll be the drink of the week, but they've also sent us some other samples to sample on the show today. So thanks again for joining us, you guys. First off, I guess, before we sample and go down the line here, could you tell us a little bit about Grain Bin, how this came to be, Grand Prairie? You guys have been around a long time. Just a little backstory on the brewery there.
Yeah, absolutely. We are a brewery from Grand Prairie, Alberta. And this February, we are going to be celebrating our 10th anniversary. So
nice.
We've been around for a little bit of time. And we're a small production place. We don't have a ton of stuff that leaves Grand Prairie. So it's really great to be able to showcase a little bit more of our stuff, like with Sobeys here.
Yeah, and I like it. And I've always said we've been doing this segment for a long time. Obviously, the industry is booming. You walk into a Sobeys or Safeway Liquor and you're just kind of, it's just a shelf of everything coming at you. Sometimes you get lost in all of it, which I've always thought that, if you are going to make an outstanding drink, you might as well have something outstanding on the outside as well to grab the attention in the eye. And Kate Connors joining us. You do the art. A local artist. How did this collab come to be between the two of you, the brewery and yourself, Kate?
Oh, and Dalen's actually my brother-in-law now.
There we go.
I've known him for a little while, and I've been an artist all my life, really, but I've been a tattoo artist for over the last 2 decades, a little over 2 decades. So it's a little bit of a different take on the art, I guess. So.
Okay.
No, I have to ask because, these are beautiful. They are works of art wrapped around a can and what's inside it. So what sort of creative direction do you get from before you do something like this, the Blackberry Reverie? Do you get a name? Do you get any sort of, restrictions around what you can do, or is it, a blank canvas?
It was a blank canvas. Dalen told me to come up with a drink flavor, and so I did. He's been trying to get me to drink for a while. I'm not a drinker, so he's like, pick something that you would actually drink. So I picked a vodka cooler. And blackberry seemed to suit it. Blackberry lemonade seemed to suit it. And I chose the name Reverie. It was actually for a friend of mine who I lost last year, who is represented by the dancer on the can.
Okay.
Yeah, she always lived in her own dream, basically, her dreamlike state. So it kind of suited the whole thing. So I named it for her.
That's a great story. And again, tribute. When you have something attached and, as you say, a tribute is even better. Where would you like to start here with this sampling? Is there an order you'd like us to begin and kind of go down the line to the beer of the week or drink of the week, I guess?
Mm-hmm. I think probably focus on Kate's drink, the Blackberry Reverie. So we did send a few other samples as well. So this is actually part of our Sour Artists Collective. So Kate is the 4th artist that we've been working with. So the other beers included are some of the other examples of the products that we've done as part of the Sour Artist Collective. So for each one, we work with a local artist. They get to develop the beer style, work with us to produce it, and then do the labeling for the can. So Kate is our most recent addition.
Love it. Now, what can we expect with this drink? We've been told about the description on the can, but what's inside of the can and what kind of makes this one a special one for you guys?
Yeah, I'll partake as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So it is.
I won't. I have to work, but I do have to.
Well, fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, this one isn't a beer. So we are a brewery primarily, but we do have our spirits and wine licenses as well. But this one is a lemonade based. We call them RTDs, or ready to drinks. We wanted to do a bit of a fun spin on kind of like a classic hard lemonade. We wanted something that wasn't too sweet. Blackberry can be sometimes a tricky flavor, a little bit too much, and it can really start tasting medicinal. And so we played around a lot, adding a bit of a savory flavor. So we added some sage, and then also salted it too, to really highlight those flavors without, causing it to become cloyingly sweet.
Sage and salt is what it says on there. Vodka based, 5%. It is your drink of the week. $14.99 for the tall boy 4-pack right now. I know you've already had a little bit of a taste.
I guess I
but
have.
I'll cheers to you guys. Outstanding stuff.
This is great
and a
stuff.
good product to have while the heat is on. So cheers.
And I would imagine, I am typically not someone, I drink beer, and so I wouldn't normally gravitate towards something like this. But I'm expecting, and maybe this is from the early days of these kinds of drinks, where they were so tart and so almost made your kind of eyes water, like you were like, oh God, wow, this is a bit overwhelming. This is really drinkable.
Yeah.
Like it's just very smooth, and yeah, this is really nice.
Enjoyable drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely goes well with the Labor Day weekend heat that we're getting too. But
You couldn't have picked the perfect time with everything kind of going on right now, and the long weekend, as you mentioned. So $14.99. Once again, the Blackberry. It's vodka based, and you get that salt that you can get a little bit of that.
Very much so.
And you mentioned the Blackberry being a little more tricky there, but I think you hit it out of the park with this one. This is going to go down good on the weekend. $14.99 for the tall boy 4-pack. Anywhere else you'd kind of like to go here during the segment with these?
Yeah, I think with so my background is also in fine arts, visual arts, so painting, drawing, that sort of stuff. But this is a bit of a project that is pretty close to our hearts, working directly with local artists. I think for me, it was a bit of a wake-up call once I graduated with a fine arts degree. Like, now what? You kind of expect that, you're going to hole up in a studio and just paint all day, and that's going to be how you make your living. And so we wanted to use this as a bit of an opportunity to not only showcase local artists, but to kind of give a good example of what art can be in more of a commercial setting. So having the restrictions of what we can and can't put on a label, the format size, and a lot of the other things that both the government of Canada and Alberta require for label to work. But yeah, this is something that we really feel an attachment to being able to work with local artists. And then we do actually, the funds from this product do go to, we started a scholarship at the local school here. It's called Art on Tap, and it goes to fund both visual and performing arts at our local college, NWP. So yeah, this is just something that is a bit of a passion project for us, and so we're pretty excited that it's going to be at every Sobeys too.
Yeah, it's always nice when you're enjoying these drinks, but you know that it's kind of a good cause is behind it and good thought put in all those things. So that's brilliant stuff. Grain Bin Brewing, once again. You guys do beers as well up in Grand Prairie, right?
Yeah. Again, beers are our primary focus. It's our first love. But especially working with Kate, knowing that she doesn't drink beer, we wanted to not only do something that could showcase her work, but also give her something that she can actually enjoy too. And so, yeah, that's why we chose to go this route, particularly with Kate.
What's one more of these that you'd like us to sample here? We got the Mango Mule. We've got the Bee and Menacing Peach Fruited and Spiced Sour Ale. And then we've got also the Jordy Isaac Cranberry Mint Lime. you're not going too basic. A lot of these are kind of out there in terms of combination, which I love because it's mixing it up a lot. The designs are great. Some of the there's a cat baked into a loaf of bread on this mango mule. Perhaps should we go there? And if you could tell us a little bit about what's going on with the cat here.
Absolutely. So the mango mule is another one that we did. Another artist actually named Dalen in Grand Prairie. There's not a ton of us, but we seem to gravitate to each other, I guess. But yeah, he really loves mules and wanted to do a fun taste combination on kind of like a mango mule or a Moscow mule. So we went with the mango route. And so he is a visual designer here in town and is passionate about his cat. And so, he wanted to immortalize, I suppose, his cat.
And that's a play on when because I got 2 cats myself recently, and that's when they sit like a loaf of bread, right? Like they'll loaf or whatever. That's kind of I get it now. It took me a while to kind of clue in there. Well, this is great. Let's try this, the Mango Mule, 5% beer, but a play on the Moscow Mule, a Mango Mule. Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers to GP.
Oh,
different. It's not anything like a Moscow Mule. I
Not
mean,
at all.
you're not even hinting or going there. But again, a drink that, given the temperatures and
This'll
given
work.
a seat on the back patio,
Yeah.
a couple of these might go down pretty easy as well. So once again, this is Grain Bin Brewing. They got beer, but they've also got some other drinks as well. Check them out today if you are up GP Way. Or if not, you can hop into a Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. The drink of the week, once again, it is the Blackberry Reverie, Kate Connors with the art on the and it's just, again, the story behind the can, really good, really touching, and of course, it obviously means a lot to you guys, and that's, I think, when you put that type of effort and love into a drink and the art that accompanies it, it just means a little bit more. So $14.99 right now for that 4-pack, any Sobeys and Safeway liquor. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, guys, and have a great weekend. Enjoy the Labor Day long one.
Yeah, enjoy the heat.
Me too.
thanks, guys.
Love the heat.